I used to live in Newcastle way back in the 80s and 90s, and he always used to say the Geordies were kind of like the Irish in a way, kind of just real happy-go-lucky people, and that the city was friendly and just a hotbed for football and sport. So when I was growing up, obviously what you do as a kid, you obviously follow your dad's footsteps. So yeah, I just started supporting Newcastle like him. We were shit. We were shit. See, back then I thought we were shit. We weren't really. We missed out on the Champions League, finished 5th, and we booed the team off the park. Well, I didn't, but the fucking Geordies did. We have changed so much from that. Our expectations have been, now if we finish 5th, I mean, Alan Pardew did it, and he got manager of the fucking year. So it's like, yeah, I got into it and we thought UEFA Cup runs were disappointing, but no, this is just depressing, really.
What made us start supporting Newcastle? Well, started supporting them through my dad, and basically I was born up and he put a black and white shirt on us straight away. And ever since then, it's just been carrying on. I can't remember an exact game where I went, I fell in love with Newcastle. It just me, as far as I remember, Newcastle United was the team I supported.
Well, despite what my accent may say, I'm actually from Newcastle. I was born here, and being my local team, that's the one where I started supporting. I actually got into football quite late. I would say I was about 12, 13. But everyone in my school, they were supporting Newcastle, and there were obviously a lot of Newcastle fans around, so I thought I'd go and support them, and yeah, I haven't really looked back.
Oh, must have been when I was about 8 or 9. I think it was mostly with school. You just kicking around with the lads, your schoolmates and that, and then you're kicking around in the yards, penny floater back then, and then it just developed into something that you enjoyed after school, and you meet up with all the mates and knock at everyone's door, and you just take it from there. That's where the love started from.
Once you support a club, you can't let go of that, and you can't turn your back on them. And you know, it makes, when you eventually do have good times, it makes the bad times seem completely irrelevant. Even in the context where I'm being a Newcastle fan, or being maybe even like just winning the championship, or keeping Rafa Benitez, or if you beat Man United, or if you beat anything, it completely makes up for all the bad times. And there are bad times currently happening, but just winning today means that much more, because we finally got the first win, for example.
That's all there is to it. I love my team, I love this club. It's like a religion to me, it's like a religion to a lot of people, but I live, I breathe this club. I'm on the channel, I live and breathe this club. I bleed black and white. No matter how bad it gets, I support this club.
You know, people usually do ask me this question a lot, because back where I come from, it's basically United, Liverpool, and then 1% a bunch of random teams, and I'm in that 1%. People keep asking me, like, why do you support Newcastle when they bring you nothing but pain and just disappointment? But like, I think it's actually more fun supporting a team like Newcastle to go through such hard times, because like, look at something like Man City now. Look at those kids growing up supporting them. They don't know, like, they get success every season like that. For us, just keep supporting them, and then when you do get something, even something like a 4th place finish, Jesus Christ, the city would explode with happiness. Getting to an FA Cup final, Christ, we'd be dancing in the streets for weeks. So it's like, just stick with the team, because once you go through the lows, the highs are going to taste so much sweeter.
Hope, it's always the hope, isn't it? The hope that bloody kills you. I know it's not great at the minute with the owner, but generally speaking, I grew up with like Sir John Hall era, and anybody who was near enough my age in the 90s as a child growing up, that was magical, and even the Bobby era as well. Memories as well. When you talk about Newcastle, you talk about, you know, Barcelona, Tino hat-trick, you talk about Keegan, you talk about Bobby. They're the good times. Of course, people then flip it on the reverse, talk about the bad sides, which we don't want to really go into, but I think it's the hope that one day, this passion that you absolutely love, you never know, you might just see your captain lift a trophy one day, and the day out at Wembley as well. That's, you know, red hot sunny day. Dreams, that's what dreams are made for.
My best moment, I'd say, beating Sunderland 5-1 on Halloween 8 years ago, and just over from. And recently getting to meet Kevin Nolan as well, and interviewing him and thanking him for that. So the 5. I didn't go to the game, but I watched it in the Sportsman in North Shields with my dad. We stood up, you couldn't get in the box. It was the first derby in a couple of years. Sunderland fans were saying they were going to hammer with at the time because they finished 10th the season before. Brilliant game, just brilliant day all round. Hammered the Macklins. I mean, it hasn't been that in recent times, but what a day.
There's a few. Beating Man United 3-0. That was good fun. Playing in the Europa League. I went to the Benfica game, which we eventually got knocked out to, but it was just such a special night. That was actually on my birthday. That was a really special one for me. But I think topping it all off was Jonas Gutierrez's goal against West Ham on the final day, after having a year where he was told that he was going to, never play for the club again, where he wasn't wanted, where he wasn't needed, to come back from cancer and being the big one, to come back and score and essentially save Newcastle United single-handedly was, it always had me in tears, really.
Most favourites. I like Shearer signing. I think that was a big thing for the city. I was a little bit young at the time. I think Bobby coming home, that was huge. That was an iconic moment. I think Keegan's second time around was iconic as well, although didn't end very well, we all know that. Those are the ones that stand out. The new stands, the new stadium that was built in '96. Big name players in the past that we used to be linked to that we'll go and get. Those are the things that stand out for me. Memorable games, the 4-3 Liverpool defeat, the 4-3 win over Leicester, the 4-3 over Norwich. Some great memories.
There's literally only one moment for me. Beating Man United 3-0 in January 2012. It was so sweet because, as I said, coming from Ireland, pretty much everyone supports United. All my buddies support United. It's basically they're all fucking glory hunters, is what I'm saying. So, we hadn't beaten United since 2001, I think it was. So basically, since I was a kid. So this finally, after getting trashed 5-1 at home by United, 6-0 at Old Trafford, the amount of abuse I was getting. So to finally beat them was it was so sweet. And then we followed it up with that win at Old Trafford with Kabay slotting a bottom corner. That was pretty nice, but no, that 3-0. That Kabay free kick, the Demba Ba finish, and Phil Jones making a gowl of himself. That was, for me, that one.
Where are the Newcastle fans, or the people who are not Newcastle fans, saying that we're deluded? Where are you in the UK? If you're in the city, you do not say you're Champions League. You do not say you want Champions League every year. You don't. Unfortunately, you want to stay up. That's the main priority. Then you probably want to say, okay, can we get 7th place? I think that's what Newcastle fans are hoping for, is Europa League, and it's sad that we've got to just hope for that, but with the ownership in charge, that's all they can do at the minute.
I think just have a look and actually talk to some fans and ask what they expect, because Newcastle were in that place, they were, and those were the expectations, but now they're not. Now they are just to stay in the Premier League and just show us, give us anything, give us something, give us some ambition, and just to try. There are definitely some fans who have said, we should be a Champions League club, or we should be a Europa League club. At the minute, we're not going to be anywhere near that, but that's down to certain circumstances. And once you look at it, and once you come to this city and you see it, and you see what the fans say about the club, and you hear what they've got to say, whereas they're not to do with it at all. They're really, really good fans, and they just want what's best for the club. They want what's best for the club.
To the people that call it deluded, I'd say you don't know the club, honestly. If you want to look at delusion, look down the road at London, the London clubs. Chelsea, when they were 7th and that, and sacking Mourinho, they were deluded then, best manager ever.
In what way are Newcastle fans deluded? Is deluded wanting your football owner to spend more than a couple of quid every summer? Is deluded wanting to not get relegated? I don't think so. I mean, this topic has been done to death. Obviously, everyone seems to have this crazy opinion that Newcastle fans expect league titles, FA Cups every year. I'm sorry, have you seen our history? We haven't won a trophy in donkey's years. Like, the Intertoto Cup looks like something you'd win out of a fucking cereal box. There are no aspirations for winning silverware. It's literally just to put up a fight. Have a little bit of ambition. I mean, to not let a Champions League winning manager go to waste by giving him Hoslo up front. It's No, I think that's just a load of rubbish.